Talonflame and Staraptor are the best birds to use when you want to win with two birds in one zone. Hello YouTube, this is Chriz Maniac, your friendly neighborhood maniac, bringing you folks another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. And this is an OU match versus Tony, and looking at my team, I have my double Brave Bird team right here, and all the Pokemon, other than Staraptor and Talonflame, my Brave Birders, they're here to set up Stealth Rocks, which is my Gliscor, and to weaken the opponent's team to the point in which my Brave Birds can annihilate them with Brave Bird. Brave Bird everything, am I right? So looking at Tony's team, it looks like he has a pretty random assortment of OU Pokemon. It looks pretty offensive, and it doesn't look like he has like a Rapid Spinner or like a Pokemon that sets up Hazard. So that's fine, that's great, because I won't have to worry about Stealth Rocks this whole match. Anyways, in comes his first Pokemon, which is his Sableye. I'm like, burn me please, because I have Guts, and now I could go for the payback that's boosted by Guts and do a lot of damage to Sableye and almost knock it out. And when do you ever see a Sableye get that much damage? And that is really refreshing to see. Sableye getting hit that hard and getting KO'd, because most of the time Sableyes, they annoy the heck out of people because of their constant recovers, as well as Confuse Ray and substitutes, and they're such pricks, these things. But now I can just 2KO this Sableye if he chooses to stay in, but he doesn't. And he comes his next Pokemon, which is Mimi, his Azumarill, and I could go for a payback right here, but he resists that, and I can't really do much versus this thing. And I'm fearing the what's it called, player off, so I don't want to stay in. And I switch out right there, and I bring in my Venusaur. And Venusaur counters Azumarill really well, because Azumarill can't really do much to Venusaur, especially Mega Venusaur, because even with an Ice Punch, I have Thick Fat, and I resist both of its stabs, so that is great. Out comes his, what's his face, his little bunny thing, and comes his Lucario, and I could pretty much wall Lucario too, so I'm fine just sitting here with my Venusaur, and I can go for a Sleep Powder or anything that I want to, and his Lucario, his little doggy thing, goes to sleep, and I can just Leech Seed this thing, just stay in here, but I don't stay in here, and I bring in my next Pokemon, which is Ralph. And with Ralph, I could just Drain Punch this thing and force it out. So he's still asleep, his Lucario, and I got a little board damage, whatever, I can just kill that off if you stay in with my Drain Punch, but no, he doesn't stay in. And then comes Mimi again, his Azumarill, just to resist any sort of move that I throw at it, and I throw at it a Drain Punch. It does a pretty decent chunk to this Azumarill, considering that it's a resistant hit, and Azumarills tend to be pretty bulky. But I can't really stay in here, so I switch out once again. We're just rinsing and repeating this cycle of switching in and out between Venusaur and my Conkeldurr. And he goes for a Play Rough right here, and it does a pretty good amount, like what, 20%? Considering that my Venusaur is really, really bulky, and that I am Venusaur, and that's a resistant hit too. I go for a Sludge Bomb right here, but he switches in as Lucario, and he like resists that. He's immune to that, and I go for a Sludge Bomb again right here, and that really sucks. Like I was predicting his Azumarill to come back in, and this Lucario pulls out the Psychic, and I'm like, what the heck, a Psychic on the Lucario? That's so damn random. But that works in this situation, because now my Venusaur took a huge amount of damage, and I can't Leech Seed and stall this thing out, and I can't really stay in. And like this Lucario is looking like it's threatening to my Venusaur, so I switch out right there. And goes my Greninja, and I eat a bit of its health with its with Leech Seed. That's great, and I retaliate back with a Surf, and I annihilate this Lucario, take it out, and down goes his female Lucario. And a female Lucario, wow, that's pretty rare, because Lucarios, like, they're really hard to breed with only like 25% chance of getting a female, or I think it's 18% chance, I'm not sure. Anyways, here comes his next Pokemon, which is his Alakazam, and I'm pretty sure that I can outspeed this Alakazam with my Greninja, so I stay in right here, hoping to outspeed this Alakazam, but he outspeeds me, and this is what I get for making my Greninja rash, because if I was timid, I would have been able to outspeed this Alakazam when it just first Mega Evolved, and I could have hit it with a Dark Pulse and done a lot of damage to it or knock it out. But he knocks out my Greninja just like that. That kind of sucks. That really sucks, actually. But I bring in my talonflame right here, and this talonflame is the star of my match because obviously it's one of my brave birds, and I have brave bird his own talonflame, and down goes his talonflame, and that was actually a choice banded talonflame, and that really wrecks his talonflame. He has no chance to live in that. Anyways, in comes Sting, his Jolteon, and I can't really do much due to this thing with a brave bird. Actually, I could probably do like 50% to it, but I don't want to sack off my talonflame just yet. But anyways, I bring in my Venusaur just to sack it off at this point because I can't really do much with my talonflame. So down goes my Venusaur. It's at low HP anyways. But that psychic from earlier, from his Lucario, really has injured it to the point in which I can't really hurt that thing. So I double switch right here actually, and I expected him to bring his Azumarill, but he doesn't switch out. And actually has speed with my what's it called? Staraptor right here, and I thought he'd switch out right here too. But he didn't switch out, and he goes for a Thunderbolt. And the fact that he went for Shadow Ball so many times just convinced me that he was like choiced in some way, like choice specs. But he pulls out the Thunderbolt right there, and I'm like, damn, there goes my Staraptor, one of my brave birds. And my Staraptor didn't do much this battle except like do a bit of damage to this Jolteon. And I set Stuffed Rocks right here, just expecting him to switch, but at this point, my opponent was just sacking off his Jolteon. And Jolteon's actually doing a surprising amount of damage to my team, just spamming Shadow Ball, taking out my Gliscor, my Venusaur, and my, what's it called? Staraptor. So that really has done more damage than I thought it would. And that really sucks, because I have threw away so much Pokemon to this evolution. But now I can just finish it off with my Talonflame, with a Brave Bird that's choice banded, and down goes his Jolteon. And then comes Barrett Long, his, what's his face, his Sableye, and I just finished off with another Brave Bird, but right here, switch out for some reason, I don't know why. And I bring in Ralph. Oh, I bring in Ralph because I know that this thing can't do much to me. So he goes for the Protector right here, and he's just trying to get more leftovers, just trying to get more, just recoil on my Talonflame, I guess. But I don't do that, I switch out right there. He goes for another Protector right here, he gets lucky with it, and he actually gets more damage off with Burn on Ralph, and that really sucks. And so he gets more leftovers right here. This Sableye is just doing what it does best, being a little prick, surviving like I'm crazy, like all the time. And he goes for Shadow Sting right here, just trying to do as much damage as he can. And I go for a payback, just finishing this Sableye off. Finally, go away, Sableye. So I got burnt right here, and Ralph actually got more damage than I thought he would. And he could just KO me with Mancanor, his Alakazam. But since my Conqueror survived, that is great because I could just get preliminary damage with a Mach Punch on his Alakazam, and I could take it out with a Brave Bird from my Talonflame. I'm guaranteed. So my Conqueror did his job of taking out a Sableye and doing preliminary damage to his Alakazam. And now I can just go for the Brave Bird everything on Tony's team, destroying the Alakazam, and down goes his Mega Pokemon. And too bad that this Alakazam doesn't have a priority, because if he had priority, it would just wreck my Talonflame. In comes Mimi, he gets Stuffed Rocks and switch in, and with that Stuffed Rocks damage, I could knock this Azumarill out, guaranteed. And down goes the Azumarill too, so Brave Bird everything. Down goes the Azumarill, it's out, and I have defeated Tony. And that was actually my last Pokemon, my Talonflame, so if he outsped me with Aqua Jet right there for some reason, or if he knocked out my Talonflame, then he would have won the match. So that was a very close match, Tony. Very good game. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the match, people, and I'll see you folks next time!